Hey, good morning everybody. Welcome back to Returning to Basics. I am going to go out here on Dogwood Trace and I'm going to put some fertilizer on my trees. All of your orchard trees, your soft mass trees, and even your hard mass trees need some fertilizer at some time, but I'm doing this on all of my fruit trees, my apple trees, my pears, plums, my damson plum, and I might put a little sprinkle around my new chestnuts, but it'll be just very little. But I thought you might be interested in coming along with me. As you can see, my fall buffalo blend from Eagle Seed in Weiner, Arkansas. They're a tremendous company, by the way. It's coming back. It looks like the clover in it and the grasses that they had in there, which I think is a rye grain, I believe. Looks like it's coming back. May not have to put a spring plot out here. This is my other 2-year-old Chickasaw Plum. And you can see it's only about a half of an inch. So I want to put out one of these little cups around it, and that's it. But kick these leaves out of the way. I don't want to burn it. There we go. These are my new trees that I planted, 10 days or so ago. And this is that crab apple. This is what I'm going to do for it. Just a little. I don't want to hurt them. Look at what it's doing already. Coming on good in like 10 days to 2 weeks. That's my profusion crab apple. This one is my wine sap. And it's not broken bud yet, as you can tell. I want to do the same thing for it. Just a little. Just a couple of little handfuls, not even a handful. And this is my Liberty, and it's not broken bud yet either. It's about to, it looks like. Conservatively do the same thing for it, just a little. These are not like planting brand new trees, the little pencil sized ones. As you can see, that thing's an inch thick, but it hasn't had good time to establish its roots. So I don't want to hurt any of these, so I'm just giving them a little. This one's well established, going into its 3rd year. Okay, I'm gonna go over here down my old driveway over there and I'm going to fertilize those cedar trees that I want to come up and use for screen. You see my little cedars right in through here, and they all have a flag on them, and that's because I've strategically placed them to grow and screen this old driveway. So we're going to put some out on them. They're not very big, so I don't want to get too much around them and hurt them. This will really, really help them though. This one, quite large. It's 6 foot tall. So, right here around the outer edge, I'm going to pour a pretty decent amount of fertilizer for it. And there we go. And some of you may say, man, that's too much fertilizer. Well, in normal conditions it might be, but it's going to rain again this afternoon, and all of that will be rained in. And so it will help dilute that some. Here's my 3-year-old, I believe it's a Mexican plum. Yep, Mexican plum. And right behind it over there is a royalty crabapple, and as you can see, it's budding out red. This one is a Mexican plum as well. It's just not getting a lot of sun. As you can tell, it's not doing real well, but it is greening up and coming out. This is our old camp my uncle had years and years ago. This wild deer pear is doing well. And I have one right down over there, and I'll be putting out fertilizer in all of these as well. I'll not put a whole one over here. This thing's not very big. That was maybe a third. And that may not be enough, but I would rather under fertilize it than over fertilize it. This one's maybe a ½ inch at the most as well. So half a cup, half an 8-ounce cup there. This one is just barely breaking buds. About a half. That's going to be enough for that one. Okay, I have these 4 done at the old camp. On to the rest of the property. have a couple of Mexican plums here and wild deer pears. I believe these are the Mexican plums and the wild deer pears are over there. They are going on 3 years old and they're not very big either. But they've been in here under this canopy and I've just opened it up this year. Right over there out in front of us, past the feeder, is where I put that new Chinese chestnut, and the other one's right down there. I'll just barely put a few sprinkles on them and that's it. Over in that direction is my apple orchard. This is my new area with Dunstan chestnut in front of us, Chinese over behind it, Chinese there. And right here is my Robinson crabapple. It's going on about a 4-year-old tree. Look how beautiful it is. Give it a dose, good dose. I have to admit that's scary. You probably saw me duck. And that's because it seemed like it was right over my head. Just gonna give these just a sprinkle or two each. That's it. Because we put them out this year. Now they're going into their second year though, but they don't have well-established roots. So I don't want to burn them, don't want to hurt them. There we go. Just that little bit right there. And, come over here and fertilize my persimmons. So these are persimmons. Ooh, it's starting to rain. So I'm probably going to get wet before I finish. Maybe it'll back off a little. I still have the apple orchard to do. This is where my 5 Arkansas blacks are, my 2 Robinson crab apples, and my 1 Yates. All of these are going on 3 years old. They're not very big though. Because of this rain and these thunderstorms, I'm not going to take the time to move back the leaves. I hope it gets on down through there. It isn't the best way to do it. Robinson here, beautiful tree. I have a really nice Yates here. I am going to pull back the leaves from it. Hear that thunder again. Okay. See, it's about an inch. Here's my 2 McIntosh. There's my 5-year-old McIntosh. It's looking good. And this is a 4-year-old Arkansas black right here. It's only about a half of an inch, so I'm only going to put out about maybe 8 ounces. If that. Don't want to over fertilize them. Okay, I believe I've gotten them all. Thank God. Because the rain's coming. I have 2 more trees to do. A Chickasaw Plum right over here. And a damson over by the cabin. This little Chickasaw Plum died back on me. See it? It's not real big, but it is coming on. And I'm going to pull the leaves from around it so that it gets all the benefit of this fertilizer. And I'm going to hand sow it in there, and that's enough. Right there. Right here I have this damson plum that's just been out a few months. So I'm just going to sprinkle a little bit in there. And that's it. Whatever this wild grapevine is, I'm gonna give it a little bit. Here's one of my muscadine vines. This one's doing great. It's all up and down the fence here. You may remember it was a 2-year-old vine that I put out. So, got all that done before the rain got me, before the thunder and lightning got me, as you saw earlier. Thank you for taking the time out of your life to be with us. Hey, hit the like button and subscribe. Share this with a friend. Give us a comment. God bless you. Have a great day.